Kiki ones, I'm Frannie the fangirl, and welcome back. Did you miss me? I missed you. I have been lifing pretty hard the past couple of days. Finally, oh my god, I missed it. I've been going through withdrawal like whoa. Let's get started. Now, the first movie I am hitting off this awesome weekend with is drumroll. Annabelle. Yes, Annabelle. You didn't see that coming, did you? There are other videos out there that I could be and should be reviewing, but I have decided to go with Annabelle Creation because that movie was so bad I must share it with the world. You guys need to know. And the ending is so inconceivable. You need to know about it. Like, you just have to. And unless you really, really hate yourself or you too are a reviewer, you will not last longer than 5 minutes with this movie before turning it off. Annabelle the Creation. Boring as fuck. Oh, somebody end it all. I need a drink! Before Annabelle the Creation came out, there was Annabelle. And that movie was about a satanic cult who invaded a pregnant woman's home, and the female who was part of that satanic cult kills herself and transfers her soul into the Annabelle doll. Que sera, sera, the rest of the movie unfolds. So without further ado, let's dive into Annabelle the Creation. Number 1. The terrible plot is about a toy maker named Samuel and his wife Esther and their daughter Annabelle, and she dies a terrible Pet Cemetery type of death. She goes face first into an oncoming car. Of course, they pulled away the camera and all you saw was the broken face of her doll. Honestly, it's all the action that you get for a good amount of the movie. The rest is terribly slow-paced, and the introduction to the characters is really non-existent. We have a nun and a couple orphans who are going out to the farm to stay at Samuel and Esther's home after 12 years of that tragic incident with their daughter. So the plot continues to bore me to death. Now, we have Janice and Janet's friend, and I can't remember Janet's friend right now, but who cares? They definitely didn't when they made this movie. As we see Janice and her little friend create a bond and a promise that if somebody wants to take them, they have to take both of them. Wow, that's not foreshadowing at all. There's this scene that really disturbed me, and not in a cool, oh my god, it's a horror movie, duh, there needs to be disturbing scenes somewhere, but disturbing because it absolutely made no sense, and it was the music with the scene. Now, when these girls who are now going to Esther and Samuel's house because their orphanage closed down enter this big giant farmhouse, some upbeat rock-like 1940s music starts to play and feels very out of place, like they should have been walking into a soda pop shop, not into a creepy, not used in 12 years farmhouse. It's called mood. You need to know how to set the mood. So not setting the mood. A mechanical chair that, helps the crippled girl Janice make her way up and down the stairs. So besides the story moving slow as fuck, so does our main character. Don't know if that was planned, don't know if they're trying to be clever, or it just fell into place that way because this movie's shit from beginning to end. We find out that Samuel's wife never comes out of her room due to an accident that she had a long time ago, which we are not filled in about. It's really hard to build a relationship between the characters, but of course it falls through because there's absolutely no substance, just very dull, useless lines to fill in the time of this movie. Really noticeable too. there are more awkward moments than there are suspenseful ones. Now, Janice is not supposed to go into this room, and of course the room is the room of their dead daughter. They keep it locked, and they tell Janice that it is off limits, and of course at some point, conveniently, the door is open, the bitch walks in, and the evil doll is set free. This is where all shit is supposed to break loose, and the movie is supposed to speed up. That is not the case here. I have no idea what they were really trying to get at, building up to suspenseful actions? There needs to be a suspenseful action that occurs. You can't slowly build up and then womp womp womp. Nothing happens. Oh my god, that is like the second most frustrating thing about this movie, besides the slow time pacing, the useless empty dialogue, and the fact that these people do not know what a suspenseful moment is, but try so hard to build up to a non-existing suspenseful moment. I seriously, unfortunately, thought this movie was going to be at least another decently entertaining possession movie.
Hey.
I was seriously wrong.
Number 2.
The very, very boring, non-expendable side characters. The nun and 4 other girls take up the rest of the space in this movie, and yes, they're pointless on every sense of the word. The other girls have little to no lines in this movie. There is one scene where 2 of the oldest girls are hiding underneath a blanket telling a scary story and get the lamest jump scare of their lives. Oh my god! There is a really good scene with the nun, but the nun still, for me as a character, didn't hold any weight whatsoever if she was supposed to be someone supportive. Didn't see it. I thought she was gonna, like, put her foot down and be part of the exorcism and everything was going to be awesome and epic and angry and shit. No. Yes, the nun is useless. And yes, all of the scenes that actually had any substance or desire to even speak about still ends up being pointless because they're all in the fucking trailer. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the inconceivable solution and ending to Annabelle the Creation? What the fuck? Sit down, tighten up your ass cheeks, and prepare for some fucking bullshit.
Number 3. The best ending they could have come up with.
Take Janice. They grab the doll and Janice, right? They like snuggle them together in an embrace, take the rosary, put the rosary in the possessed girl's hands, throw her in the closet that was lined up earlier with passages from the Bible to keep the doll in. They throw her in there, they close the door with a dresser, she goes fucking ape shit. You think the house was going to start folding in on itself like in The Simpsons? Ends up in another dimension and rather deal with them. Body runs out of the house. Everybody, meaning like the 6 women in this movie. Well, 5 girls and a nun? That sounds like the start of a really bad joke. 5 girls and a nun walk into a bar. Anyway, they all run out of this house that you are under the impression is about to, like, implode into another dimension because they locked the demon with the doll in a closet and a rosary. There was no seance. There was no prayer. There was no... What is that scene from The Exorcist? Oh.
The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
None of that, okay? There is no sweet pea soup. There is no head spinning. There is no body contorting. There is nothing that would honestly scream a traditional possession. That's how lame this possession was. Doesn't even have the stereotypes of a true possession movie concept. Because that's all they needed. A rosary, a room full of passages, and a dresser to keep the door shut.
Then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together.
Fucking lame. The house doesn't implode. The cops come. The cops go to the house. They move the dresser out the way, and Janice is gone. There's a big gaping hole in the closet. The doll is still sitting there, and the rosary is on the floor.
Get your shit together.
Fucking winning. And that's it. That's it. They all get back onto the fucking school bus and go off to another place to live. As the bus is leaving, the nun is talking to Janet's best friend and tells her, you know, that wasn't your friend, that was somebody else, and the bitch is still missing. Best part of the movie is that the father comes to the house as the house is clean and blessed, that the evil entity is now gone and has even left the doll. Which one of your girls wants it? And they all look scared as shit. I would totally feel bad for them, but I don't. Because it wasn't scary. No. The trailer was absolutely better than the movie itself, and that was really disappointing for me. So, here comes the best part. The ending. So, they drive off, and we are all of a sudden at another orphanage, and Janice is now Annabelle, and she gets adopted by a loving family. Okay? And the only fastest part of the movie is this awesome montage of seeing Janice grow up, and it's 12 years later. So, it was 12 years after Samuel's daughter died, and then the girls from the orphanage came. Then another 12 years later, Janice is grown, and she is the girl in the satanic group that gets killed. God damn it, even saying this is difficult. So, Janice is in an orphanage, and she becomes Annabelle. She gets adopted by a loving family. 12 years later, it is the opening to Annabelle, the first movie, when the neighbors get killed by their daughter. Yes, Janice is the daughter. She is the daughter who murdered the family next door for those sadists that she was following. So Janice became a demon who went off to become a sadist, who came back to kill her parents, who went next door to her neighbor's house, who just happened to have the doll that she originally came from, gets trapped in the room, and because the cops are outside, kills herself and transfers her damned soul back into the doll that she was in literally 12 years ago. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Ah! Sorry. Oh, I got so worked up my brain exploded. Yes, that's exactly what happened. The demon went full circle and ended back in the doll's body that it was trapped in. Wow. What a hot pile of trash. So, there you guys have it. That is my review of Annabelle the Creation. I still cannot believe that was the ending they went with. I can't believe they tried to flip that so it actually made sense. It totally doesn't. I guess I gotta give him credit where credit is due, and you guys did such a terrible job that it was worthy of being noted. Cannot pull out of my brain right now any type of movie that ended with this type of bullshit shenanigans. Comment below, let me know, do you know a movie whose ending had such an unbelievably shitty twist that you could not fathom at all how they thought that was a good idea? Let me know. I want to watch that movie. It feels so good to be back, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below, let me know. And until next time, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Subscribe.